Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and this is just another video in a set of videos that I like to subtitle on this channel, the YouTube Adblock War, okay? You know, I'm like Frank West, I covered wars, you know, I'm like a war journalist, and the war that I'm covering is YouTube's Adblock War, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want to just stress and, preface this by saying that I understand why YouTube needs to have an ad block. Like, I get it. I'm not dumb. I don't think any of us are dumb. YouTube is an expensive site to run. Now, if you look at actual Google's earning, you can see that Google basically makes most of its advertising revenue most of its revenue from advertising dollars, okay? So according to Statista, all right, just in 2023, they apparently made 305 billion US dollars just in advertising revenue, okay? Now obviously Google's got other businesses, but this is kind of a primary thing. And if you think YouTube isn't making most of its money from advertising dollars, you would be surprised, okay? That's pretty much where the lion's chunk of money is gotten or comes from. Now, the thing about ads is obviously people who watch YouTube on desktop, I would probably assume have an ad blocker enabled, right? Just because ad blocks are kind of a necessary thing for most of the internet these days, okay? It's to a point where the internet advertising space is so dangerous that law enforcement agencies like the Federal Bureau of Intelligence advise you to use an ad blocking solution in order to peruse the sites on the internet, okay? Even the nicest website could have the filthiest scam advertisement that can actually cause you some serious financial harm, which is why ad blocks are necessary. Now, the thing about YouTube is, if you know YouTube's terms and services, they will straight up tell you when you block YouTube ads, you violate the terms of services. And so they give you a whole bunch of guides on how to whitelist YouTube versus any other website, right? And the thing is, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to tell you which ad blocks or solutions you want to go down. I'm not trying to catch a community guideline strike from the platform I'm uploading to. But one thing that's always interested me is if you go to chromewebstore.google.com, you can see that literally, okay, featured extensions involve Adblock, Adblock Plus, Adblock for YouTuber, YouTube Adblock by Friendly. And some of these have gotten reviews up to like 325,000 reviews at some point, okay? I've never fucking reviewed an extension in my life, okay? So I want to meet the people that are reviewing it. You've got 9 million something users using these tools on their system. You've got entire web browsers like Brave, the browser that I use, specifically working on fighting ads every single day. So clearly it's a problem, and even Google doesn't really fight that hard against it. Like on their own store, they have an extension that would be against the TOS for another product they have. Wild stuff. So the reason why we're kind of talking about it is YouTube's warfare against ads have intensified to the point that they have now implemented new forms of advertisement, okay? So for a lot of people that watch YouTube on their television, is the title of that show porny? Whoa, okay. Well, other side of the world is a little different than mine. But yeah, you start to read stuff like this where YouTube is redesigning the streaming experience for viewers and advertisers, okay? So for instance, on, TV YouTube, all right, which is totally different than desktop YouTube. I know this for a fact because every time I walk in on my dad watching his videos on YouTube for TV, because that's how he watches YouTube, not on a desktop or even like his mobile device. He actually uses a TV application. The amount of times he skips through ads reminds me of cable television, okay? Tons of your favorite YouTubers put in mid-roll ads like crazy, okay? I personally don't. Like throughout all my time on YouTube, I can only probably remember a few times that I put it in for longer videos, but generally when you see like a crazy amount of videos or advertisements on videos, the YouTuber probably went into the actual advertising, setting on the actual video and chunked in like a whole bunch. But I don't know at this point. Sometimes YouTube can just throw in ads like crazy. And one of the ads that kind of showed up that made people a little wild is this one right here, this Dunkin' Donuts ad. So if you read what they're actually talking about over here, they said that what they're bringing is apparently in May, they announced CTV first formats, including 30-second non-skippable ads, okay, and pause experiences. Now I believe this Dunkin' Donuts experience is a pause experience, okay? So some guy on YouTube decided to pause their video, and all of a sudden they were like, whoa, hold on there, buddy. You sure you don't want a $6 Dunkin' meal deal? And that's pretty much what it comes down to. Now, would I pay $6 for Dunkin's coffee? I'm sure it's probably better than Tim Patel's, but at the end of the day, I'm not going out of my house to go get Dunkin's coffee because I saw an ad on YouTube, okay? Wild stuff. Now, I haven't seen this on YouTube for desktop, and I think primarily it's because YouTube realizes that, you know, if you pause a video and just walk away, you probably aren't looking at that screen. And I would kind of expect the same for the TV version, but clearly YouTube is trying to over monetize their actual website. And I'm pretty sure a lot of it has to do with the costs of running the website, and a lot of the internet is getting more expensive. Like, you've probably seen a lot of your favorite streaming services increase, you know, subscription prices across the board. But yeah, with YouTube, it seems like ever since management shifted over to Neil, these levels of advertising have only just escalated to this point. Now, again, when you look at the price for some of these YouTube's, premium models, right? Which YouTube's actual argument is, if you want to avoid the advertisements, you go get YouTube Premium. Now, I don't have YouTube Premium myself, and you might be like, wow, as a YouTuber, why don't you get YouTube Premium? Personally, I don't really have a lot of streaming subscription services because honestly, I find them to be way too much. It's such an intensely, I guess you could say, contested field at this point. There's a lot of them. So one post that I saw from literally 12 hours ago, this one user says YouTube increased their family premium plan by like 50%, okay? So they went from 179 Norwegian krones to 269 Norwegian krones a month. So again, somebody doing the math on that, like, you know, if you took, again, if you did the old Jaguar math, 269 times 12, you know, you're looking at 3,228 krones, which again, based on the current dollar, $300 a year for just your YouTube subscription, okay? Now, on a side tangent, I fucking hate subscription services, okay? So to show you why I dislike streaming services a lot, this is Prime Video, Amazon Prime. And I'm watching the show Parks and Recreation right here. And the funniest thing about it is, like, you can see how every single episode here is included with Prime. Literally out of every single one of these seasons, I think it's just season 2 where, like, you're watching every single episode on Prime. And all of a sudden, one episode out of this entire show on Amazon Prime costs like $21.99 a month. You got to join a different subscription service on top of the fucking subscription service you're using in order to experience it. This is why I dislike subscriptions. No way in fresh hell I am paying $22 a month to watch one episode of a television show, okay? Get out of here, okay? This is why I don't get into subscription services in the first place. They always told me, oh, Muda, it's better than cable TV. Bro, I was paying for packages on cable TV, and I'm paying for subscription services now by the boatload. It's not happening. Now, again, the thing about YouTube ads is obviously it's against terms of services, but I'm pretty, like, sympathetic. Like, for me, I'm not going to get mad if you use advertisement blockers and you watch my videos. I've seen wild takes from YouTubers going and saying, well, it's basically piracy if you watch my video without an ad block. Look, I just feel lucky and blessed that people watch my content in the first place. Watching an ad or, you know, clicking on any of the sponsor links in any sponsored video I have is just, like, basically a bonus, okay? I just want you guys to enjoy watching the videos that, you know, I make. And the thing about it is, I can see the experience of YouTube because of the over monetization and the constant mid-roll ads and the constant unskippable ads. People are tuning away from the platform, not the people on the platform. And that is when things get outright hostile and bad to the people producing the videos. I want you guys to enjoy watching my content. I don't want you to fight through YouTube advertisements. Now, I'm not going to say that you should use ad blockers. That's clearly against YouTube's TOS. But me, I can understand why somebody would choose to do that just to watch a video. Because yes, at times, if you don't have YouTube Premium, it can be a nearly unwatchable experience. And one of the things that I really want YouTube to address, and they've done a decent job of it, but I want to talk about the wild scam advertisements that exist. So some of the stuff that I've seen floating around is from this one YouTube Reddit, right? Which is not an official Reddit, it's a fan Reddit. But the thing is, most of the posts here are about the fucked up ads people end up screenshotting on their devices. So this guy's watching a Mark Rober video, and one of the ads is Prison Angels Sin City. Now, this is literally like some girl, like, you know, obviously playing with a record, Now, clearly it's a suggestive image, and you know, I don't think it's necessarily against YouTube's TOS, but I know what the advertiser in this situation is trying to do. Now, one funny one that I read out of all these was this one, where they had this like one meme, me waiting for the YouTube ad to finish so I can watch a video about first aid and perform CPR on my grandma. Bro, just call the ambulance, bro. Call the ambulance. Granny's gonna be at God's doorstep before the ad buffers get out of here. Now, I like this one a lot too. I could just imagine being like imagine being like a marketing student for a second. And you hear all these things about crazy historical like ad campaigns. And then the only ad kicking your ass is Skibbity Toilet, Mr. Beast, Family Guy, Jeff the Killer Slop for Gary's Mod that you can play on your phone or tablet. Now, this is a scam. Gary's Mod isn't available on a cell phone or tablet, okay? Unless you use shit like emulators, which is a totally different story. This is designed so children download ad-ridden software for free and just, you know, fucking completely nuke their privacy, give up information, or God forbid sign up for subscriptions where they just don't need to. Oh, dude, no, not Homelander. Not my boy Homelander, bro. They got him too. How bad is the contracts over at VOT where Homelander is telling me how to play these shitty mobile games? Which, by the way, the funny thing about looking at these mobile games is 9 times out of 10, every single one of these games, the gameplay does not reflect what you see. I made tons of these videos in the past, like 6 years ago I was talking about it. 6 years later, the story has not changed, okay? So no, Homelander, I'm not gonna download Last War survival game, okay? And I don't think any of you should either. This one's really bad, like, I don't know, this might actually get me taken, like, this might get the video taken down, but this is a app called Lightsaber Gun Sound Effects, okay? So why would this video possibly get me taken down? Because it shows a kid digitally vaping, all right? So yes, vape and gun sound. I don't really see lightsabers here. But yeah, this kid's just like vaping into the smartphone. Now to be fair with you, okay? If I saw my kid doing this, I'd be on the most international hunt for milk that you've never seen before, okay? I would just be gone, all right? I would realize my failure as a parent and just run away. But yeah, it's a bad thing. Like kids are basically looking at it and being like, oh yeah, I want to join in on that. Let me get a little vape cart too. Oh, this one, dude. Learn colors with Daddy Pig. Draw now with Daddy Pig. No download required. And then it's like mydrawing.com and it's the pig dad from Peppa Pig. Okay? Now I've seen Peppa Pig being waterboarded in the past by Eli So Cray, but this image, this disgusts me, okay? This is quite literally haram. Shouldn't even be looking at it. Bad. This guy's just looking at Subnautica memes and that prison angel goddamn image comes back again, dude. Can't even be watching wholesome memes without it. You know, imagine you're just sitting there minding your own business, okay? You got a nosy parent or aunt or uncle. I know we all do, okay? You're sitting there watching your memes on the internet and that ad looks up. Ooh, you're gonna have a lot of explaining to do. Again, it's another dog water mobile game you shouldn't download. Match Family. This is a match game, by the way, okay? Mom, husband, and son are stranded out in the blisteringly cold wilds, okay? Dad abandons the kids, because I guess he saw his kid vaping into a phone. And mom and kid are just rolling onto land. I love how it gives you the option to help them. What, am I going to abandon them? Maybe, all right? But at least give me the option in the game, Jesus Christ. And yeah, it's literally a match 3 game, all right? Like, goddamn, dude. That is at least the least egregious ad I've seen. Where it gets really downright illicit, and of course I'm blurring this, but this is an app called Cast2. It's a TV casting screen sharing application. And I guess I'll just show you what's going on, okay? So this is the most safe for work part of this. So here you can see the application's camera as it's pointed to somebody's hand, right? And you can see that this person is wearing clothes, and obviously the camera app typically shows that it can look through clothing. So the parts of the ad that I can't show you, yeah, well, that's just you trying to get illegal creep shots, okay? So yeah, that's apparently right on YouTube advertising, right on the Shorts algorithm, right there, Cats2. So yeah, YouTube's advertisement war has gotten more intense. YouTube is more ready to show you advertisements, and honestly, you know, it's one of those things where I really wish YouTube could get in and at least really tackle the worst offenders on their platform, which are still out there, and unfortunately still could target children. But look, beyond just like the annoying ads out there too, it's really the experience that I hope YouTube really looks at and thinks about it again, okay? I'm not against ads on the platform. I think obviously ads are what sustains the sites and keeps them going. But there's got to be a healthy balance between making the site nearly unusable for the audience and, you know, monetizing off of it, okay? I don't think you should be so heavy-handed, because I think if you go really heavy-handed in making the experience so ad-ridden, those users that come to YouTube might end up just going to other video sharing platforms in the long run, okay? And it's not as if YouTube doesn't really have competition, okay? Yes, down the road, there are other platforms like TikTok, for instance. You know, they're a competitor. I think Facebook can be a viable competitor if they still play their cards right. But yeah, at least in YouTube's camp, it's like, you gotta have a healthy balance. And this is not a healthy balance. And you gotta stop those goddamn scam ads, because every time I go to the YouTube Reddit board, there is just new content to work off of. It's not good. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like it if you dislike it, I am out.